Copy, Etienne.
We have one team standby close to the squirrel's location in case we have something in that big block, and then the other teams on this main road that leads north.
Us and Jeff and Sbu will head towards Busan, and then one team should be close by to the squirrel.
Okay, copied. We back at the squirrel in 2 minutes.
Let's hit the road.
My name is Jeff Cook. I'm the project leader for the Black Rhino Range Expansion project that is led by WWF South Africa in partnership with Ezemvelo. I worked for Ezemvelo for 30 years prior to joining WWF, and in that time I would say probably 25 years of that was working with rhino specifically, and so I've had a long relationship with rhino as a protected area manager, but more importantly as a capture and translocation specialist. This park is probably most famously remembered for saving the white rhino from extinction. So every rhino that you see in the world has its genetic origins in HRP.
If I compare from last year we have a number of rhinos like 300 that were poached here. When we compared it to this time, by this time the numbers were slightly bit lower. Now the poaching is high. From January up until now, it's close to 100.
Poaching pressure is really an equation between the reward they get, the risk they're exposed to, and the effort they need to put in to get that reward. And those are the 3 points at which you can influence poaching pressure. The reward can be influenced either through dehorning or through reducing consumption in the countries in which it's consumed. At a local level, dehorning reduces the reward, so they have to try much harder and therefore expose themselves to more risk to get the same amount of reward.
We started considering this when another big reserve, Kruger National Park, decided to implement, and we thought, well, let's see how they've done it and let's learn from the experience. And we visited them to get their input and experience. But one of the big bottlenecks was the funding. And recently our organization was able to get funding from WWF. We decided, let's go for it.
Unfortunately, the reserve where we're working at the moment, you've got a very big blocks where you cannot access with vehicles. So the easiest way to quickly get to the animal is just by 1 or 2 people jumping into the helicopter and going to that animal and working on it and then coming back.
The thing that we pick up is that the poachers are coming in numbers a bit, because they know now we are removing horns. They want this horn before we finish. But we changed the plan because we were thinking that we'll start it in Buzani wilderness area. So we say no, don't do like that. Let's work here and with another area and with another area to make sure that when they enter, they will find the best a rhino horn that is already horn. So that will demotivate them. From now up until we finish the project, so we differentiate, we just pick up the point and work into that. But the very strong point is that the people that are working in this project, all people are committed.
It takes us probably about less than 5 minutes to get everything done, just from the time that it goes down. We stick around, we wait to see that the animal totally recovers, looks healthy and starts walking around.
The whole operation is run within the norms and standards. There's permit requirements. We ensure that we've got those permit requirements. There's norms and standards for the dealing of horns, so we manage that. We get the horns off the park as quickly as possible. So they're processed and microchipped and weighed and put onto a national database, which is called ERODIS, and from there it goes into our stockpile.
I do think that if Ezemvelo continues with its current efforts and the majority of this population dehorned, I do think you're going to see a significant drop in poaching. The trick is going to be to sustain that, because as we know, horns grow, and over a period of time Ezemvelo would have to look at ways of perhaps being able to sustainably fund these types of operations in the medium term.
There's a lot of satisfaction that you're actually making a difference, because at the end of the day, the reason we are doing what we are doing is to try and make a difference in these animals' lives. And when it walks away, there's that great satisfaction that I've actually done something that I'm proud of today.